Congratulations. You must have felt like the better player for most of that game, and yet you were 3-1 down. Tough position to be in.
Yeah, I felt like how much they wanted. Well, I felt very much better than him, and I was like, how can I be 3-1 down? I felt a bit devastated as well, because you think like you're playing. Well, I didn't even felt like I played my best darts, but I felt like I played way better. And I looked on the screen, I was like, my average is 11 points higher, and I'm 3-1 down. I was like, how is this happening?
That's something that you have to learn to deal with if you're going to be a top dart player, isn't it? You can find your opponent just pinching in crucial moments, but you have to keep you calm, don't panic, and work your way back into the game. That's what you did.
Yeah, I think I was down because I missed, when I had 3 darts, I missed too much. My finishing wasn't bad, but my 3 darts and a double weren't good. And I had to like dug deep to don't get too frustrated, because I felt frustrated, and I was like, I got a mental coach, and we have like things we do, and I was like, okay, and every time he said, when you're distracted, why are you there? And he says always, you're there to win. I just thought, I'm here to win. And that was, you don't believe in it anymore, but I was like, okay, I'm here to win. And when you first start, when you're in the trouble, like, okay, we're back, but you don't believe so much anymore. But when you got a chance, like, okay, I'm here to win, and I got a few chances in. And
there was a big moment when you took out another 170 checkout. Was that the moment when you thought, I am going to win?
No, that was the moment like where I thought I was finally you heard him back, because he missed 1 dart, I think. He missed 70?
Yeah.
I think he did. I was okay, now I heard you back. And I took a lot of time for the 170 to start with my first dart. I think I stepped back twice, not sure. That's what I'm thinking. And I was like, if the first one's in, you're hitting this. And the first one was in, it's like, yeah, well, hit another triple is easy. And at the bullseye isn't easy, but I just told myself, if the first one is in, you'll hit this finish.
In the closing stages of that game, in the deciding set, with a quarter-final at the William Hill World Championship, just within reach, we saw you just laughing to yourself and just smiling and having a great time. What was that about?
I was so nervous, I was like, I like this. No, but honestly, I'm not sure if I can tell it, but I almost was, well, I needed to go to the toilet, let's say, like that one.
Like that.
Just because of the nerves, I was like, this is amazing, because this is what you live for. If you don't have pressure, it's not fun. But it was like, I couldn't even put my flight on my stamp. I was like, I like this, you know. And I think I was a bit unlucky when I was 2-1 up. I went 140, that would have been a 180, but I had a bounce out. But still, after that, I was like, I just like this.
You've managed to deal with the nerves in that situation, knock out a Premier League champion. You're now going to go up against a 2-time winner of the William Hill World Championship for a spot in the semi-finals. There'll be even more nerves in that way.
Yeah. He's my all-time hero, I think. I think the only reason why he's not, because he's not Dutch. But otherwise he would have been, without a doubt, my hero. But now you always support your country. And when I beat him in the Grand Prix, I was like, why did I beat him? He's my hero. I shouldn't do that. That's how I feel about him, because he's like, I don't say anything more, but you get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying. But he's also said this week he finds it hard to play against players who change their rhythm, who slow things down. Now, you're a player who plays really, really fast, and then you slow it down, and then you stop. I mean, that might work to your advantage, mightn't it, against Gary?
I don't think so. I prefer slow players, because I won't go too fast then. Because that's, for me, it's a big, I don't know the English word, but it's like, for me it's a mistake if I go too fast, because I will be sloppy then. I will hit 5s and 1s because I go too fast. If I play someone who's slow, I can focus for every throw, because I have time to compose myself for every throw. But if you play someone like Ricky Evans, just for example, I can't. It's very hard for me to play Ricky Evans because I'm going too fast and I will be hitting him 5s and 1s. So that's why I slow down sometimes. It's just don't go too fast for myself. It's nothing to do with distraction or getting my opponent off his work.
Well, look, you're through to 2021. We'll see you in the quarterfinals. Well played.
Thank you.
Dirk, congratulations on a stunning result. You always said quarterfinals was the aim. Now you're there. Have you got to reassess that?
Did I told you that?
Yep.
Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I did that, and was my first aim. Wasn't my biggest aim. But yeah, I made 3 quarterfinals in 4 television events, and I think if I would say my goal was anything less than quarterfinal, that would be weird, because you made 3 out of 4. But still, you're playing the Premier League champion, and I didn't really feel like I would win this one, and I think that was the reason why I missed the doubles, because I didn't believe in the win, because I know how good he is, and he showed how good he is in the doubles. So maybe I too much disbelief to win it. That's why I might be 3-1 down.
Talking of quarterfinals, the 4th, you're beating all these great players and just beating the reigning Premier League champion. Is Premier League something you've thought about, and are you making a late run for selection for next year?
I'm thinking of Premier League, like buying a ticket to go for it in Ahoy. But why would I think of Premier League? I mean, in the Worlds, and I don't think I'm good enough for a Premier League champion yet. Premier League champion, to be in the Premier League yet. And so why would I think of it? Because I'm here with a goal. Got a goal in the Worlds. If I get Premier League, which I don't think I will, that's a bonus. But I'm here to do, well, not a job, because I won't call it a job, because my job is in the aubergines. But I'm here to perform in the Worlds, and I don't think of Premier League. I think that's a mistake of a lot of players in the past, because people who were close to Premier League, they thought if I do well in the Worlds, I'll win the Premier League. And I don't even think of Premier League, because I'm only just in top 32, so why would I think of top Premier League?
That pleasure as always, mate. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
mate.
You say there's going to be more pressure than ever in your quarter-final with Gary Anderson. What experiences can you draw from in that match?
Did I say there was more pressure than ever?
What, more pressure than this match?
Well, more than this match, because obviously I made a Grand Prix final, but making a semi in the Worlds, I think that's better than making a Grand Prix final. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's pressure on it, because it's without a doubt the biggest game of my career against someone who, well, he wasn't the reason that I started playing darts, but he was the reason I liked darts after I started playing.
Can you just tell us what it's like to be in a last leg decider with so much on the line? Because there's an awful lot on the line for players in those last legs, isn't there?
Yeah, you just think, can I have a toilet break, please? And yeah, I think you have to enjoy the pressure you're on, because I was obviously under a lot of pressure. It was like, if you throw a dart like that, because I did once, and I was like, yeah, you're under pressure, you know. If you enjoy the pressure, I think you can handle it. If you start moaning after having felt pressure, I think you'll be in the downside of it.
Right, brilliant. Cheers for your time, Jack. Thank you.